Hello to whoever is watching this video. Thank you for being here, and I hope that I know that this message will find you in divine timing. Doesn't matter the date that you're watching this, you will find this when you need to find this message. And thank you for being here. I just wanted to pull a few cards for us today. I'm feeling nice and calm and present with spirit. So let's see what needs to be said. Today's energy, I feel very about holding space. I feel like holding space is really important. Holding space not only for other people, but most importantly for ourselves. Being kind to ourselves, being patient with ourselves as we continue to understand who we are in this next chapter. We're moving into a new chapter, and as the 2025, if you are watching this when it's posted, we're getting towards the end of 2025, which we know is the ending of a cycle. We're going to be starting a new beginning here, and New Earth is taking over. And I've really been focusing on being the most present self that I can be in this space, so I can co-create with spirit and move in a direction that I want to move into. One thing I really want to focus on too is not being sucked into the polarity of Earth. Right now, the world is very divided. We have the left and the right, the so-called right and wrong, the good, the bad, the good versus evil, however you want to state it. And New Earth is not going to really acknowledge that major polarity. While we do live on Earth, which was set up to experience duality, we've made it so extreme that it's polarized us just too much. So we're shifting that. And so with shifting that, there's a lot of change going on, and we need to be patient with ourselves as we navigate it too, because we're living this human experience right now. We're in the middle of it. And so we need to be kind to ourselves with it, with our thoughts, the beliefs that we're trying to navigate and maybe let go of and be more fluid about. And so first card, we got Tantric Journey. The frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. So really being present in our senses here on this planet, the presentness, right? When we talk about grounding ourselves, we're always talking about, touching things, being in nature, being present in this space, breathing exercises to bring us back into our bodies. And so we can actually experience Earth the way that we're intended to, right? We're supposed to enjoy a whole lot more of this than we've been able to do because of the polarity that's been put upon us. And so New Earth is really gonna bring us back to appreciating Mother Earth and the presentness of being here. And so I definitely feel that makes a lot of sense to me. I hope that makes a lot of sense to you as well. Is it something that you've been trying to practice? Are you working on your breath work? Are you trying to be in nature more? Are you being more present for conversations with your loved ones? These are things that we can do in real time. You can do it right now. You can focus on your breath right now and make those decisions to be right here. Hermit, retreat and recharge. Really focusing on us, continuing to focus on us. If you've seen any of my past readings, it's a very common thread that everything is happening internally. And what we are working on internally will then give us different results externally, which is what we want as we change into this new Earth, right? And what we're working on internally will, without us even realizing it, without us having to put effort into it, it's going to put that higher vibrating energy out into the collective, and others will feel it. Like, you won't even have to do anything. It's just going to happen. Look at the shapes that are, I just caught that. Very similar shapes here. So yeah, I definitely feel that. I want to pull another one of these guys too. Again, just slowing down. You don't have to do anything externally, because when we feel like we have to do things, it's usually out of obligation, out of what we call responsibility, the that masculine energy that I keep talking about in other readings, about how we've just been programmed to produce things and go, 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 and that's how we see our worth. And that's just simply not the case. You are worthy of everything that you want in this plane, and it will come to you organically, easily. It'll flow through you as long as you're staying centered and you're staying grounded and, you know, knowing why you're here. And it's just to simply experience things. And we have a lot more control in that experience than we've been led to believe. We've been programmed quite well by the external. So it's all about connecting back into what's already inside of us. And we can do that simply by focusing on very, very simple things. And it'll feel good, and then you'll see external results because of it. See beyond the current situation. Yeah, be the seer. Know that there's way more to this than what's presently going on. What you see on the news, there's way more to it. There's way more things that they don't tell us. There's things that they don't even understand, that they're trying to explain to us. But if you really go within and you listen to your guides, if you listen to the divine, you listen to God, you'll be led to such a peaceful state of mind that you'll see that none of it, first of all, we can't control a lot of the things that we see on the news anyway. So we need to remember that as well. But we'll see that if we start focusing on ourselves and just what we're doing, you'll see it. I don't know how else to explain it, but you'll see things happening differently in your life, and that ripple effect you'll start to see that ripple effect. The ripple effects are always happening anyways, but you'll be more cognizant of it and appreciative of it, and you'll see the control that comes from that ripple effect. How you talk to people, how you interact with people, and it all starts with how you interact and talk to yourself and talk to the divine, and how connected you are in that sense. So keep focusing within, dear ones. That was a very nasty shuffle. Apologies if you can see me doing this. And yeah, and we don't have to be so serious either. Like, we're grounding ourselves and being present, and, you know, knowing like, okay, like, I know my piece really is up to me, and now that's my new mission, and I got to make sure I go for it. No. We just got to chill out. Just chill out and let things happen, and just communicate. Communicate with the divine and let them guide us. It doesn't have to be task oriented. It's not like, okay, and now every morning I'm going to do the breath work for 10 minutes. Then I'm going to do a meditation for 10 minutes. Then I'm going to go for a 10-minute walk after that. I have to do it. And if I miss a day, then nothing's going to go right. And I'm not showing the universe that I'm serious about this. No. None of this has to be so rigid. None of this has to be rigid at all. It's not supposed to be rigid. We've been programmed to think that way. And that all goes back to, believing we only deserve things if we work so hard for it. We're not supposed to work at all. We're just supposed to be. We're human beings. We are supposed to be. So go beyond whatever is plaguing you today, whatever the current situation is today. Go to the divine with it. Give it over to God and see how it plays out when you don't feel like everything has to be so rigid and in control and your fault and only your responsibility, the weight of the world on your shoulders, because it's not. So much bigger than that. With all these different timelines that could be at play, choose the timeline that holds you in the most peaceful state of mind, and you will like what you see. The ripple effect will reflect what your heart energy is really, really wanting. But you have to let go and let it happen. Rest, see? Retreat, recharge, rest. Rest in this. Let go and let God. Have faith. We don't have to control everything to feel safe. We will feel safe when we let go. Illumination. I want to read the illumination one, but yeah, this is an eye-opening experience for us, right? When you realize what we focus on, where we put our energy, that's where the direction will go in, right? What is that saying? Where energy goes, intention flows, or is it the other way around? Where intention goes, attention goes. Where your attention is, that's where energy flows. So we want our attention to be in a restful state of mind, peaceful, faithful, loving, those higher vibrations that we want within us. If we're holding that within us, if we're believing that, it'll start to ripple externally, and you'll see that, and there will be an illumination of that. Things will be brighter. You just have to let it happen. Illumination. Drawing this card is like turning on a light in a pitch black room. When the room is dark, it can feel unfamiliar, scary, and mysterious, right? Which is where a lot of the collective are right now, with the polarity that's been put upon us with fear-based practices and fear-based news and agendas and all that. However, once the lights are on, you can see and feel the truth of your situation, approach what you've illuminated with a deeper knowing and ease, going beyond the current situation, not just turning on the news and be like, oh, we're doomed, doom scrolling on all the social medias. When you step back and really step within, connect with the divine, you'll see a new way of moving forward, an illumination. You'll feel so rested and recharged when you do this. So whenever you're seeing this, I hope this brings you a little bit of peace. And then you go within after you watch this and you speak with your guides and angels. You speak with the divine. You speak with God. However you refer, you speak with the universe. Let them know that you're ready to rest and recharge and go beyond what we see on this 3D plane as we move into the 5D, as we move beyond the veil, because the veil has thinned so much already and it's going to continue. We're going to see more and more truth come out about who we are, where we come from, where we're going. It's happening regardless. So the more rested and recharged you are to receive that information, the better we'll be able to move forward together, the more peaceful you'll feel moving forward, and that ripple effect that you will create for the collective is going to be beautiful. It already is. If you're watching this video, what you're putting out there is already awesome, and thank you for that. But know that you deserve the peace that you're trying to give to others as well. So let's rest in that. Use those senses that you have to bring yourself back to this restful state, and know there's so much going on beyond, and things are illuminating. Everything that has been happening in the darkness is coming to light. We've been seeing that, and it will continue to do so whether you're worried about it or not. It's happening whether your mind is allowing these doom thoughts to come in and out or not. We don't have control over that. Give it to God, because it's happening. We're going to be all right. We're going to be more than all right. Everything is happening in divine timing. So let's just Relax into it and enjoy the ride. Be a human being. Be here. And I will continue to do the same. This is something that I'm speaking to you, but I'm also speaking this to myself as well. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Many, many blessings to you. And I will see you in the next one.